Good morning, everybody, and welcome to BTC AI price prediction. Today we will look quickly at Bitcoin market, what is going on, what we can expect in near future, and stuff like that. But before that, I would just like to point you out uh, how toxic crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube is. For example, this guy that is really popular on Twitter, he's tweeting all day about Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure he's a scammer. I cannot say for sure, but on 24th of April, he said Bitcoin moon pump imminent. Day later, when we had this drop, a huge Bitcoin crash is imminent, and we are so fucked. So inconsistency at its best. Second guy I would like to point out is Cryptorus. Like, he had like a lot of videos when he was saying like $200,000 Bitcoin or something like that. Now I guess he deleted them all. My best guesstimate that all videos where he's not right, he's just deleting them. But okay, let's move on. Just be careful when you are following somebody. Try to remember what he's saying and try to see over time how many times he was right or wrong. Anyway, let's move on. As you can see, I am crypto bearish for a long time. Actually, I am crypto bearish since my bull market is over, probably 15th of March. And I sold my all Bitcoin. I sold all my Bitcoin on 8th of March for 68,000. But let's move to the chart. Last video I made somewhere here around 6 days ago. Let me see, it was 17th of April. 16, 17 of April. Yes, around here. And back then I said that we will start our fight for this level, and we will start to fight this resistance and this support, and this support will eventually fall. After this support fall, I don't think we will easily find any support, maybe at 56,000, but before 50 there are not many support levels before that, before 50,000. Anyway, I would like you to, this is 1 hour chart, and I would like you to try to pay attention to something. Since our all-time high, which happened, by the way, on 13th of March, that is 40 something days ago, doesn't really matter. We had essentially 2 big moves up, 1 and 2. And I guess that some people are celebrating this third move. Okay? So let's take a look. When we had this first big up, we spent at price of around 70,000, around 159 hours, or you can say 181 hours. We spent at this price, because you can say that all of this was just big side. Second time, when we reached this price, we were around here. And then we spent at this time 135 hours, 130 something. Let me remove all drawings. So, first time we go higher. By the way, this move sent us, in my opinion, sent us higher than this move. Why I think that? Because if you zoom in a little bit, you can see that here we were most of the time at lower levels than we were here. Median of this area is somewhere around here. Median of this area is probably lower because we have this thing. Then we have this and big pump and immediately falling down. So, in my opinion, I would argue that this move was much weaker and it did not push us so much up, unless you count this pump, which was immediately sold out. It did not push us higher than this pump, than this rally, and it lasted shorter. This lasted, as I said, 150 to 170 hours. This lasted only 130 to 140 hours. Now we are in second rally. And what is happening? We are not even able to hold 66, 67,000 or even 65,000. Immediately after we went up, we are immediately sold and now we are fighting here. It is only a matter of time when we come back and we start retesting this area again. This area is, as I said, really strong and there is a really good support there, a lot of buyers there. We will not break it easily, but eventually we will break it. The only way I think that this area can survive and that Bitcoin don't fall below 60,000 is if is if this area holds for a long time. When I say long time, I mean several months or at least one more month that we are going. Like, let's try to look. Let me remove all drawings. Let me try to show you how it looks when some support, really good support, is holding for a long time, and that because that support hold for a long time, it sends us higher. Example of this is here. When we held 1670,000 for 63 days. But during those 63 days, we had really little pumps. We went only 10% up, mostly. You see? There was not a lot of fluctuation in price. I'm sorry for my bad English. One more example of this is, look at this. We are going up and down all the time. So what is happening? Market is unstable. As soon as it falls here, people are buying in and trying to push it higher because they are hoping for higher prices. But eventually, because they are not seeing higher prices, they did not saw higher price for almost 40-something days, 43 days. And because they cannot see higher price, eventually more and more people are going to take profit. If we did not had coming of new money in this period or in this period, we will also not have entering of new money in this period. Everybody who wanted to buy at $60,000 Bitcoin already bought it. Everybody who wanted to enter the market at $60,000 already done this. There are not many people that said, oh, Bitcoin is 70K, I will not buy it, but because now it's 64, I will start entering the market. There are not many people that are doing it. So, one more example, when we really well held support and that sent us higher was this one. But look, we were holding this support again 2 months. And first 1 month or 2 months, month and a half, 40 days, when we held this support in 26,000 was, as you can see, biggest movement was one at 9%. and we constantly, like, price did not move all day for 0. You can see 0.34%, minus 0.34, 1% up, 1% down, again, 0.5% down, 0.15% red. Like, movement was barely existing. Like, look at this. Look at this chart. Compare this chart to our current, where you have always fluctuations. Always. I will try to zoom out so you can see better. This compare this picture. Just try to take it. Actually, I will take it. And compare it to situation when we are actually holding support, to this picture. Let me open it just a second. Pictures. Okay. Just try to compare this thing down with this thing up. How many fluctuations in price we have down now versus on that time when we actually held some support that sent us eventually higher. And this is why I believe that support at 60K will not last, will eventually fall down. Simply because market is too unstable. People are constantly buying, selling, trying to push, hoping to earn more money, or they are afraid that they will lose money, so they are also selling. By the way, yes, Bitcoin went up several times 15%. That's true. But he also fell down 15%. And why it fell down 15%? Because people were taking money out of the Bitcoin. They were running to stable coins in order to secure their profit. And eventually, when this support falls, that I drew so many times, there is not many places that we can hold support before 50,000, which is also 20-week moving average. Many people are saying that 20-week moving average is actually some kind of retest of bull market and stuff like that. A long time ago, I drew this chart. Looked something like that. This triangle. And actually, something like doesn't really. Okay. And this triangle is actually still holding. We exited this triangle several times, but in my opinion, sooner or later, we will fall. Maybe it will be next week, maybe it will be in several weeks from now, but when this happens, also expect that if you are in alts will probably fall even more. Let's just see the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance still, it is 54%. In order for me to consider thinking about buying altcoins again, I would expect it to be at least 58%. Why? Because this is, if you remember, start of previous bull market, a real start of previous bull market, and I would probably start buying altcoins not before Bitcoin goes up to 58%, which will probably happen after we fall below 60,000. And the second part of the video, I would like just quickly to show you my script, what she is predicting in last period. So, by the way, what is name of the channel is BTC AI Price Prediction. Because I created AI script that is trying to predict price of the Bitcoin. Actually, it is trying to tell me how much chance it think that price of Bitcoin will be higher than current price. Timestamp is 30 days. I will leave the link of this Google document in description of my video. You have it in description of every video, so you can see it by yourself. But what what really worries me about this script is that this script is becoming bullish, and it became bullish once we tested 61,000. But problem with that is that I simply don't believe, that script is right. And if it is wrong again, for bigger period of time, I will have to consider this script complete failure. Accuracy of this script on training data, on historical data, after all the training was 77, 78%, something like that. But accuracy during this year, when it started actually its life, and when it started when actually started to predicting something really outside trading data, accuracy was I think lower than 50%, maybe 40% is now, because of this period. It will reach 50% probably by I don't know, in next 10-15 days, something like that. But definitely I am not satisfied how this script works. You can still see for $1 a month what this script is predicting actually. But as I said, I'm not really satisfied how this script works for now, and I will try to fix it. And by the end of new year, I will continue making videos in meantime, so you can subscribe to the channel, and we will follow this script till the end of the year. But in the meantime, I started preparing new PC. I started upgrading my PC with much more memory, and I will try to increase number of nodes in middle layers, in hidden layers, and maybe increase number of layers. We will see, and try to do it once again and let this computer run for several weeks or months to train again on historical data. This is something that will probably happen in autumn or winter of this year, not before that, because I will not have time. But essentially, yes, script is becoming bullish, and it is really bullish now. 67% sure that Bitcoin will have higher price than today. If this really happens, then at least somebody was right, but I will lose opportunity to earn money, because I will lose opportunity to earn more money, because I earned some money on this bull run, but still it is what it is. That's all from me. My name is Predrag Daničić. As I said, I sold all my crypto on 8th of March. I think it was a really good decision. I secured my profit. I am saving my stable coins, and for me to enter again market, I would have to see that Bitcoin falls at least below 60,000, which he will do eventually, probably in May. One more important thing: do not expect that if Bitcoin falls below 60K, do not expect that we will see again bear market and some really low prices like 20,000, 15,000 or anything like that. It is not realistic that we will fall that down. If you remember, the 3 big dumps in previous bear market, how it looks like. Actually, I would like to copy this bar pattern really quickly from all-time high all the way to. We will look at this chart later. Anyway, so bear market can probably look only something like this. And what happened after first several months of last bear market? We had Terra Luna collapse, we had Celsius network collapse, and we had FTX collapse. Between those 3 collapses, you can argue, and you would be mostly right, that we had big side movements. One side movement, second side movement, and eventually after FTX collapse, third side movements which marked end of our bear market. And if you discount all this area of the chart, then you would get that previous bear market was actually 45 to 50% drop until we find appropriate support here at around 36,000. And if you copy paste, like I did, just copy pasted this chart to our current chart. Oh, I did not. Let's copy paste this part of the chart all the way until collapse of Terra Luna. Let's put it over our all-time high. You will see that bottom would be around 40,000. And this is maybe realistic, maybe not. To be quite frankly, before 40,000, if we fall below 50,000, I will start buying aggressively, and before we reach 40,000, in this scenario, I would not have any money to buy anymore. But this is not so like tragical, because at those prices we were only 3 months ago in January. So yes, and yes, in this case, in this scenario, this bear market, mini bear market, would last until September, I guess. You should put it something like, okay, until end of the September, which is realistic. After that, I'm guessing that we will have final start of real bear market, second leg of this bear market, call it however you want. And if I have to predict, my final price for Bitcoin is 96,000, maybe, not more. I don't expect that we will reach much above 100,000. Maybe 110, 120, but this would be maximum. I am not expecting more than 100,000 Bitcoin to achieve. Quite frankly, I would probably sell everything at 95. This is my long-term strategy. In the meantime, I have to do a really big research about which altcoins I'm planning to buy. And I don't know that yet. Significant part of my portfolio, more than 50%, probably will go to the altcoins. But I don't know how much in which, and which exactly alts I will buy. We will see that. And yes, this would be all from me. Thank you for watching. I am inviting you to be my first subscriber. I will post videos probably once a week. I will try to post videos probably once a week. At least. Thank you for, and if there is something emergency, I will post it more often. Thank you for watching. My name is Predrag Danicic, and goodbye.